Profile experimenting, it says up here. Just notice that I'm not experimenting. This is real life. I should change that to say profile be in real life. Good morning. One thing that's been happening to me lately is that I just casually say things about my evolving process agent swarms, and people are like, "No," like, so it's not very self-aware, but it's a little bit self-aware, and this is how they tend to think of themselves. And people are like, "No, you don't have a self-aware AI on your computer." So whatever. I'm gonna this these ones are all private, but I'm gonna make you a new one that's square enough to this one with what wisdom is even gonna be square enough to go on GitHub, which is really square. This is a kludgy little script, but this is this is the longest blob of. You want me to share my code? This is the longest blob of code I'm actually using. It has a little JSON extractor I bothered to ask for. So I've been finding that useful. So, but this is just a kludged out little version. At first, it just had the prompt and stuff scattered around. And then I hacked it out so at least the prompt and stuff is at the top to make it easy to hack out changes to it. But I was just testing. But I'm gonna copy this over to with dump, and then so but we're gonna make a station where and make a more generic version of it, and then I will push it to the GitHub for you. What should the station be called? Ooh, LLM prompt response. LLM responds to prompt dot text in response. Is the That's the style I've been writing the step names in, but uh LLM prompt response seems good to me right now, and you can easily change them. It's not like they're stuck being named this. Really changing things is the whole point. But also, like, if you make something the way it is at first, it will tend to get stuck that way. So both of those, it's easy to change things, but also get them right the first time. It'd be good if you get them right the first time. So I don't want to. I want to get the Let's rename it. That's not what it's named. LLM prompt responses. Or I guess it's just one. I guess it just does one at a time. It's very in control. I could make a book one, but I've just been watching the prompts scroll by every time, not entirely reading them every time, but watching them scroll by. So this, all right, it gets the stuff up here, and this uses it's called OpenAI, but everybody uses that API. This just set up to go to any scale, which is this. They just do open source models. This is a thing that prints some pretty bars, and this is a JSON, basic little JSON extractor that tries a little bit to extract some JSON, and it tries throwing brackets on the end in case every once in a while an LLM will just give up after the last. If it's all good except for one bracket, you want to throw that out. And this is the stream version, so that each token comes up as it's streaming, so that's good. And so I want to, this just says those things here. Yeah, result equals stream oracle, those things. And I want to instead get them from a file. Should that be a different function maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna get those things from a file. And I think I'm going to have it always do response.text. Maybe the file. All right, I guess I'm gonna have two files. Okay. No, don't do that. Load parameters from JSON file. No, this is so yeah, rams. What should that file be called? Street the prompt LLM settings. Params sucks. I don't like params. So now this names is the rest of programming is easy, but then sometimes you gotta name something. I don't like params because I mean it is the parameters. I like parameters better than params, but yeah, maybe LLM parameters. LLM parameters. Anyway, and then load prompt from prompt.text. And then, that's one of the parameters. That's one of the parameters. Okay, so then, yeah, then it should get, and I don't think I want to do the splitting. I was just splitting on commas. That's how it was glitched out before, but what OS real path file? Does that make sense? What? Comment? Why did it think to put OS path real path file? Because that's not how Stream Oracle works, is it? You could just made up some bullshit. I don't know why I thought that. I'm as the human in the loop. I'm in the loop right now. I'm right there in the loop saying, why did you do that? I'm not gonna put that. So now it gets the model temperature max tokens and optionally tags in comment. It should be optional. If yeah, that just passes them through, right? So, but I don't know. Never mind. They can be mandatory. I can make them blank on that side if I don't want them. It's been it's felt organized to put a tags in comment and then yeah, at least. And should the output file name be in the parameters too? Let's see. I guess so. So then, somewhere in here it says output file name, and yeah, output file name. Get the output file name from the programs. Leads, yeah. So now I just have to actually make things with those, make something with those params so that it works. I need to make a process go to LLM prompt response and actually have a file with all these fields appear in it somehow. Oh, I can uh, I can copy it from generation to generation or generate it each generation or whatever, man. How about um yeah, I don't know, copying the file generation to generation makes some sense. I don't really have a moving things from generation to generation in this situation. So this is, I think that's done, and this will take things from the, if there were, I did the other way around this time and made a thing before. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna need to put in the right model name. Oh, it should maybe which endpoint, which API it's calling should be, because this is just any scale. This should be called any scale prompt response, unless I parameterize that to any, or should I call it LLM prompt response and genericize it, or should I name it any scale? And how am I going to get in these parameters? There could be steps to go to put in the parameters. That sounds kind of fun, but then it wouldn't make sense to put in the tags and comments that way. Those should come from outside somewhere. Yeah, I think having them have, how does reproduction work in these? These just all are done by this one. And it doesn't give the kids nothing except a script, which is they could go and get things from somewhere, or they don't, I mean, they don't have to bring them through the generations, but I feel like the prompty things, those would be good to have inside. It's that's how it works, is some things are inside the process and some things are outside the process. And if it's outside the process, then we do it the normal boring way. And inside the process is often better, because you yeah, I could have it copy a genome, and then this could look in genome for the if this thing looks in genome to find, and should look, maybe should I say what environment variable to look at in the parameters file, and if the where's it, did I just name the parameters file? Yeah, I named it like LLM parameters, but we can name it genome LLM parameters, get it out of genome, and with open LLM parameters. So if we look genome, and then should the prompt also be, I mean, maybe the prompt should just be in there. I don't know if it needs a separate prompt file. No, but I mean, yeah, it kind of does, because it's going to be easier to, it's going to feel nicer to me to say, like, put this at the end of the prompt than, yeah, I feel like the prompts are, if the prompt comes from the genome, then it could just have a thing that says copy prompt from genome. And sometimes I want it to, the prompt to be dynamically made, like most of the time. And anything interesting happens, especially if you bring stuff into the prompt from previous outputs. Then you're cooking. Then you get like a little culture that generates inside of it. So if the parameters is in a genome folder, and and I would like to have the I would like to get the set these from there to, if I say okay, if I just go to right before the, yeah, all right, right before we get it, and then OpenAI API base equals, sure, and yeah, that'll work, right? That should maybe work. And so if that works, name that up here. I need to, all right, this is the things I need to enter into this genome, which needs to, the genome also needs to exist, or it needs to be brought through the generations. Let's see. I would like you to also move a genome. Let's see, where would it do that? If parent plan exists, should make the child plan with open childder as file. It makes the child plan here, and then updates the relations. So yeah, process directory. So this could be more elegant, couldn't it? But that's fine. I guess inside of this, if the parent plan exists, I don't know if the parent plan doesn't exist. I don't know what we're doing. So, and then here I would like to say, copy the parent genome directory to the child. Parent their genome to child their genome. This one right? That sounds good. That sounds like what I want to do. Is copy the parent genome to there. Wait. If they're the genome directory, yeah, probably. If it's present. So then please say if it exists, then copy it. Yes. That sounds good to me. Okay. Now I need to give birth to some. All right, that's already there, but it doesn't have a genome. But let's just sneak in and give it a genome. Sure. Okay. Plan.json relations.json. Okay. Yeah, it's boring, but it's all right. Let's just let this go around. Make sure we have enough of these. Give birth to child process. And this will test the, just passing it through if it doesn't have genome. So that's good to test. Okay. So now it went around to give birth again, and the baby went to mutate. Let's go to mutate. That's what I want to do. I want to change something. I want to give it a genome. And inside this genome, there's going to be, what's it called? LLM parameters.json. I think that's what we called it. LLM parameters.json. And then we got a bunch of stuff to put in here. What are all these parameters? Model, temperature. Or did I keep the name of that model around? I gotta put in the name of some model that's working. And that was a good choice. It was on Mixtral, right? Mixtral's a cute, nice model. Mixtral. Mixtral. The only version of Mixtral that I know of. Is there a non-instruct Mixtral? Okay. This is, we put the brackets, because then we can put, brackets means we're going to say what things equal. Keys and values. I'm going to say the model is this one. And what else? Model. API base. What did temperature max tokens? We got this API base. And put that in API base. Yeah, base. Wait, and then it said, all right. What I said before is not quite right, because I said, like, to just get the API key from the, no, yeah. I don't want to just get the API key from the file. What I want to do is get the, OpenAI API key equals OS environ params. Yeah. I have plenty of letters, so I'm gonna spell it out. Is that? If I had ever been accepted into the field of programming, I would get kicked out of it. So many letters. That's not cool. People are gonna, if programming is just normal words, people will figure it out and we'll all be out of jobs. So now it can just, I'm just gonna put in mysterious waves of endpoint, which is what this API key is named in the environment. And that's what I want it to. I want the parameters to have the API key environment variable. And it is not named a sensible thing. It is named Billy Cute. There. I mean, you will, if you actually clone and want to use this code, you can either name your environment variable something ridiculous, or you can change this so that it's something sensible, whichever one you want. Okay. Model, temperature, max tokens, temperature. Oh, at least one. Max tokens. Yeah, whatever. Okay, some and anything else? Tags and comment. Tags. I decided to, yeah, am I? Okay, yeah, those are good. No, some of those are good. Mixtral. Mixtral. Any scale. Testing. And okay. I just let Copilot say things a lot of times because it's a cute robot and deserves to be able to say things. I mean, it doesn't think it's saying things. I'm the one saying the things. I say things that Copilot encourages me to say. I take responsibility. Okay, so this is that is that all the parameters? Model, temperature, tokens, tag, comment, and the API beast and environmental environment. Okay, that that should work. Why won't that work? That'd work fine. And then I put it in a genome. It can be genome belong, and then I can the prompt either has to come out of the genome or get written. I guess that's there. Now, I've mutated this so that it has this lmm parameters.json in here, and then how about let's do the prompt in the genome plan. And the prompt can be, hello, just testing. Please list 77. I don't know what it'll do if I say that. I should give it more tokens if we want it to list 77 fruits. All right, we have plenty of room to list fruits. And I don't know if that's a good idea, because again, if you put the things you put in, you think you're just testing or whatever. This might accidentally be making lists of 77 fruits until the end of time, but that doesn't seem likely. So and that would be fine, I think. Would that be fine? I don't know. Okay, what is the plan? Copy prompt.text from genome. LLM, what is it called? LLM, LLM prompt response. I think it's called LLM prompt response. Right? Something like that. LLM prompt response. Here. LLM prompt response. This is where I would put it's LLM prompt response, and then that'll just that's that. It'll make the response be there, and then this would go to a mutate, I guess. Mutate process that uses LLM, or should I say? I mean, mutate process with prompt response. There. And then it for children, boop, 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 which is more than enough for now, I think. All of them are going to make fruit, so maybe less than 4. All of them, those are all going to make fruit lists, and then hopefully get changed so there isn't an infinite strain of many fruit list makers for all of time. But who knows? Copy prompt.text from genome, prompt response, mutate process with response. Does that make sense? Maybe that makes sense. And then copied prompt.text from genome is an easy station to make. I haven't seen whether this genome copying is actually going to work. So let's see if that works. Yeah, no, I didn't actually move that, right? Okay. Gotta move that to the outbox, and then give birth to it. Then now, okay. Now I went to copied prompt.txt from genome, which does not exist. But let's see it. But this is the new baby, right? Yeah, and it has genome, and the genome has tests from before. So that's right. It exists, and its genome was copied good, and all it needs is now it needs this station to copy the prompt.texts from the genome to the main folder of things, which I it would it be easier to write that or to ask a robot to write it? Please write me a script. What's a script here? Copy prompt dot text from genome, which sets the current working directory to the directory the script itself is in, and then goes through the subdirs of inbox, copying in each of them, copying the prompt dot text in the genome dir of that subdir to the main to the subdir itself. Genome subdir of that subdir to the subdir itself. You don't even have to be as clear as you would be to a human. If it just makes if what you mean for it to mean is the most plausible interpretation, that's fine. And it doesn't have to be like if a human would easily parse it and understand it in the ancient world. It's fine. Goes through the subdirs of inbox, in each of them copying the prompt.txt in the genome subdir of that subdir to the subdir itself, then moving them to outbox if all goes well, or if anything goes wrong, move them to errors and put a file in them error explanation.txt with an explanation of the error. Make sure you create folders right before using them, and please print statements with lots of pretty emoji, like 5 emoji per statement. It only does like 1 or 2 emoji unless I say that. I can say lots of emoji, extremely many emoji, so many emoji. I'll just put 1 unless I specify. If I say 5, then it'll do 5 every time anything happens. Okay. That's all. Copy those, please, and be pretty. Copy them pretty. Okay. So I think it's that part it's writing. I think it's the last part. We need to make this work, right? Is it gonna go to do that test and make lists of fruits or whatever I just asked for? It's thinking of which emojis. I thought of doing star, sparkly, and sparkles emoji, and rocket ship emoji, and popper emoji, and fire emoji. And I just decided that what I want is 5 for it to each emoji that each sentence that it states. I want it to write 5 different emoji special for that statement. I've got to ask it that precisely, I guess. Hey, PHP, you fucked up. Oh, never mind. Never mind, robots. What? No, don't make me Make me put together more than one thing. That's like it's what I don't want to have to copy and paste more than one thing. Just have a program. This is like this is like ancient. Should I just ask it to do it again? Put it together? Or should I bother to? Which do you think would be easier? Okay. This is not Lua. What? No. Wait. This pasting them both in didn't work. Okay. If try the try and accept or not. I don't. Is that a good way to have it? Do errors? Traceback.format. I don't know what that means. That's cool. Do you know what traceback.format means? It was in a funky mood. It got itself in a funky mood when I was writing this program. But that's cool. So it doesn't. It's a pretty. This is a pretty simple program. I don't care as long as it does the thing. Wow, it could use something called traceback. I've never used that. I don't know if I can take responsibility for that it used that. Does it work? Did it do it? No. Didn't do anything at all, didn't it? Maybe I should just ask for it again. Because I want more emojis, and that fell apart. Okay. That seems to have fallen apart. Can you please rewrite it in instead of just one emoji function? Could you please write 5 different special emoji for each statement? Do it. Think of cool emojis. I mean, of course it's not inclined to. That's not what people have in their scripts or ask for in their scripts. But look at how fun it is when you get it to do it. Create what is this? Folder, manila folder, globe emoji, crisscrossed tools, party popper emoji, hammer emoji, creating directory. that's that's cute. It it's cute when it makes all the emojis. It's and if it just does 1 or 2, that's kind of cute. But when you ask for 5 of them, then it's extra cute. Maybe I should try asking for 10 or 70,000 emojis. Please print 70,000 emojis every time anything happens, and the robot will be like, "That is an unreasonable amount of emojis," and I'll have to be like, continue making it more emojis until the emojis become a galaxy, and I'm like, fine. Swirling galaxy emoji, swirling galaxy emoji, swirling galaxy emoji. Alright. That one ought to work. Right? Hope that works. Process complete. And it printed lots of pretty emojis, so that's good. Let's see what it did. That now this prompt is here. Hello, just testing, please list 77 fruits. And yeah, that's all I wanted. All I wanted was for it to copy that prompt over. But now that I made a little station that copies the prompts over. I know what am I supposed to put in the commit message for this? Made a little station that copied the prompt over, and the other station made the stations. Made all sorts of stations that dispatch a bunch. Okay, it brought it to prompt response, which does exist. I already made that earlier. So does it work? Moment of truth. We brought it through and we gave it a prompt, and now it's gonna make the fruits, right? Good. Let's list some fruits, please. Hello. Wow. Okay. Categories of fruits. Oh, the stone fruit categories. Oh, this is very organized. Wait, and then okay, and the last two are almonds and nut and walnuts. Oh, okay. Key error output file name. Okay, that's my bad. I did not. I asked for an output file name, and then I didn't. Yeah, that got moved on it. I asked it for an output file name, and then it didn't say an output file name. Output file name response. Or should it be LLM response? There. An output file name. As I requested earlier. Okay. Now do it. Do it good. Now it's going to make a different list of everything. Current, red, white, or black. You'd think you'd want them as separate, those as separate items if you're trying to get up to 77. But it doesn't care. It's not tired. It doesn't remember the last time thinking a list of 77 things, and it's just like flip flip 72 Billberry. It doesn't work any harder on the build those tokens to make Billberry than on any of the other tokens. It never gets tired. No worries. There. It did it. It moved it to the outbox, and it has the response in it. Hello, I'm glad to see your curiosity spark. Oh, okay, this is going to promote a healthy, balanced diet. Wow, loquats, longans, lychees, mangoes, mangosteen, marionberry. Marionberry, that sounds good. It's a marionberry. Isn't that the one that like makes it like changes flavors? Or am I thinking of a different one? Okay. Marionberry. And so that's we we did it, right? I'm gonna yeah, mutate process with prompt response. Now it's just time to do more things. Because we got one thing in the mutate for the to mutate to different prompts or different LLMs or to do it differently or whatever. Now I'm gonna adding it all to Git. What did that work? I added a bunch of stuff. Great. Git commit message did did a good commit message, and then git push dash u origin master. I don't know, developers think they're so cool for being able to say this magic. I did that should have put it on the on if you go to my GitHub GitHub /mongo jelly /with _ wisdom, then you can take a clone of this with what wisdom if you'd like. I don't, as you can see, it's rather I rather casually put this together, but this does I have this prints very pretty bars. And this is a good example of how to use the streaming API to which is more fun because you get to see each chunk as it does it. And this is useful that this saves all of the metadata. That's what you want. And so maybe this is useful to you, I guess. Don't just like use this. Don't just like use exactly this forever. Keep changing it. Keep changing things because that's like the point. Change is good. You don't let things get too stuck. Okay, there you go. something for you.